Hi, welcome to a complete course in calculus. This is Tadessa. In this tutorial, we'll see some examples of how to apply the notion of relative maximum, relative mean, and inflection point to find the expression for a function. As you can see, we have an example here that says, find the value of a, b, c, and d such that the function f of x equal to x cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d satisfy the given conditions. The given conditions are, this function has relative maximum at 2, 9 and relative minimum at 4, 3, and then there is an inflection point at 3, 6. Now, we know that if a function has relative maximum or relative minimum, then that number must be a critical number. So, which means what here in both cases, 2 and 4 are what is called CN, which stands for critical number. So, if it is a critical number, what that means? The derivative at 2 equal to 0 or does not exist. The function is not differentiable. Same thing, the derivative at 4 either equal to 0 or does not exist. Same thing here. If a point is an inflection point, then the derivative at the second derivative at that point, for example, at 3, must be equal to 0 or the second derivative at 3 does not exist. So we are going to use this information to find the value of A, B, and C. All right, let's start. So we know that these points 2, 9 and 4, 3 are on the graph of this function. On the graph means when x is 2, y will be 9. When x is 4, y will be 3. You can do the same thing for this one. Okay. Okay. So what that means now? Let's just grab the points. Okay. So I will say f at 2 equal to 9, which means what? Which is equal to a 2 cubed plus b 2 squared plus c 2 plus d. That's one equation. So if you simplify this, this is 8a plus 4b plus 2c plus d equal to 9. I have one equation from the relative maximum. So similarly, f at 4 equal to 3, which is a 4 cubed plus b times, I'm trying to find the value of this function at 4, that's what exactly I'm doing now, plus b times 4 squared is 16 plus c times 4 plus d. Now, when you simplify this, you will get 4 cubed means 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. A plus 16b plus 4c plus d equal to 3. So now you can see that I have two equations with 4 unknowns. So at least, you know, either you can solve for d either here or here and then substitute in the other equation. The other equation, in a sense, if I'm using this equation to solve for d, then you need to substitute the value of d from this equation in the other one. Or, you know, you can multiply one of the equation by negative and then add them. So whatever you do, then you should come up with, let's say, subtract here. Okay, so if I multiply this guy by negative, so 3 minus 9 is negative 6 equal to 64 a minus 8a equal to 56 a plus 16b minus 4b is 12b plus 2c, that this cancels out. Now you can divide, you know, everything by 2, so that gives you negative 3, right, equal to negative 3 equal to 28a plus 6b plus C. That is one equation now what I have. All right. Now, what else do we know? As I told you, because at the critical numbers, the derivative is 0 or does not exist. Let's find the derivative of the function. So what is the derivative? So the derivative is 3ax squared plus 2bx plus c. That's what the derivative is. And then same time, let's find the second derivative because we need it. Second derivative is what? 6ax plus 2b. That's it. Now, because I have critical number at 2 and 4, so because this derivative always exists no matter what exists, it's a polynomial, right? And same thing here, second derivative. So the only option is what? If it is a critical number, now in this case, the derivative at 2 must be 0. So at 2 means what? 2 squared is, okay, let me just write it so that you guys will be clear. 2 plus c. So what that means? 2 squared is 4, 4 times 3 is 12a plus 4b plus c. For the second piece, I have the first derivative again at 4 equal to 0, which is the same as 3a 4 squared plus 2b times 4. Remember, I'm using the fact that if I have relative extrema, then the derivative must be 0 or does not exist. In a sense, if you have relative extrema, it should be at a critical number. So critical number is a number in the domain where the derivative is 0 or does not exist, plus c. So this will give me 4 squared is 16. 16 times 3 is 48a plus 8b plus c. That's what I have now. Now, I have two equations here. Here you can see is two unknowns, right? I mean, three unknowns. So I can solve, let's say for c. So what that means, I'll just subtract here, minus. So 0 minus 0 is 0. 48 minus 12 is 36, right? 36a. Am I right? Yeah. Plus 4b, c minus c cancels out. So this is what I have. Now, I can divide it by 2 again just to simplify, right? So that gives me 0 equal to 18a plus 2b. Again, if I divide it, 0 equal to 9a plus b. So what that means? I have a, or if you solve for b equal to minus 9a. That is one equation that I have. Good. Now let's go to the other fact here, which says I have inflection point at 3, 6. So what that means, because the second derivative is always linear, it exists, so at inflection point it must be 0. So the second derivative at 3 equal to 0. So what that means? Minus 6a times 3 plus 2b. Which is what? 0 equal to 6 times, negative 6 times 3 is negative 18a plus, this is 2b, I don't know, I have to move a little bit. So that is what the second equation is, 0 equal to negative 18a plus 2b. By the way, it gives me the same thing, b equal to negative 18a plus, oh no, there's no negative, sorry here. Let me erase that. I don't know how I come up with that negative. Okay, so this is 6, right? Yeah, so this is 6, this is 18, this is 18. By the way, this gives you the same thing, what I have here. So this gives me b equal to negative 9a, which is irrelevant for my case. So what I'm gonna do is now, I'll just plug this back to one of the equations here. Okay, so here I do have, you see, I have, let me just, so that we can see it, 12a plus 4 times b is negative 9a plus c equal to 0. So this means what? I have 12a minus 36a plus c equal to 0. So this is negative 24a plus c equals 0. So the value of c is 24a. So I have everything in terms of a. B is negative 9a, c is 24a. So let's go back to this another equation which I have here. Okay, I'm gonna use now this guy. So it says what? Negative 3 equal to, okay, just need flip a little bit so that you guys, okay, let me just copy here. I know we need to see the equations. Okay, so let me just grab this here. Negative 3 equal to 28a plus 6b plus c. Now I'm gonna plug what b and CR. So negative 3 equal to 28a plus 6 times b is what? Negative 9a plus c is 24a. So now everything is in terms of a. I can solve for a now. So this is negative 3 equal to 28a plus minus 54a plus 24a. So negative 3 equal to, now I do have here 28 minus, I mean, if you want, it's up to you. You can add the 28 and 24 first. So 28 plus 24 is 52, right? So 28 plus 24 is 52. A minus 54a. So negative 3 equal to 52a minus 54a is negative 2a. So divide just both sides by negative 2. That gives you the value of a to be what? 3/2. So I'm done, right? I have a equal to 3/2. Then finding the rest is easy because b is negative 9 times a is 3/2, which is what? Negative 27 over 2. And then finding c should be again straightforward because it's 24 times b is, what do we have for b? B is negative 27 over 2. Now a is 3/2. Now this can be simplified. This is, you know, by 2, this is 12, by 2, this is 1. 12 times 3 is 36. That is the value of c. Now what's left? D. So for D, you go back to, you know, the original equation here. Here, you see one of them. I mean, it doesn't matter. You know, for simplicity, use this one. So if you are using this, let's say here, 3 equal to 64 times a is 3/2 plus 16 times, what is the value of b? So if you remember, b is negative 27 over 2 plus 4 times the value of c is 36 plus d. Now, if you simplify all this, I'm sure you can do it. This cancels out, so it will be 32 times 3 plus, again, this cancels out, it will be 8 times negative 27 plus 4 times 36 plus d. Now, if you simplify all these numbers, you should get the value of d to be negative 21. That's it. It just multiply this and then, you know, move these things to the left. That's what you need to do. So the value of d is what? Negative 21. That's all. So we know now the value of a, b, and c. So if you want to write the final expression for the function, the answer should be what? Now f of x having that property should be f of x equal to 3/2 x cubed plus, no, minus b is 27/2 x squared plus c is 36 and d is 21. So that should be the function with that property. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next video.